Welcome back to On the Tee, this 27th of July. Mike Rickard across from Jay Horton, Maggie Sutton, and Ben Carroll as we bring you the entire state of Iowa. Golf from the Missouri to the Mississippi in our Okoboji Grill Studios. Judd Gibb will join us at 7 o'clock. Hey, if you're listening to us in Sioux City, I've been talking about it for the last several weeks. We've got about 50 young golfers right now. It's the Jeff Nassif Greater Siouxland Open. Takes place this Saturday, July 30th at Floyd Valley, and you can register the day of the event. The flights are boys and girls, 6 and under, 7 to 9, and 10 to 12. And On the Tees contribute to this great cause to get youth golf rolling up there with the First Tee program in Sioux City. You guys had a tough summer, and we want to make certain that people get out to this. You can go to the website, jngso.com, and I can tell you what we're contributing to this event because it's a cause we believe in. If each and every kid gets a 2-pack of golf balls from Bridgestone Golf, they get a Cleveland hat, and a nice big box of cereal, which I know you're a cereal man there, Horty. And just a lot of prizes for the kids just for showing up. And you can register the day of the event. Go to the website, jngso.com. And now, on the 29th, we talked to our buddy Zach Johnson, and we talked about his event. It's the Zach Johnson Foundation Classic, our great partnership with KCRG 9.2 up there. They're going to cover this event, and Mike Hlas, the great columnist from the Gazette, is kind enough to join us on his way back from the Big Ten press conference. How are you, Michael?
I'm all right. We're on Interstate 88 right now, heading to Chicago.
Well, I understand that you boys had a little vehicle issue and had to dive into your car today, huh?
Well, you know, it's all boring bureaucratic nonsense. Everything's fine. We have a vehicle and we're going.
Oh, beautiful. Just wanted to make sure you were heading that direction. But talk about a great event, and I just applaud KCRG 9.2 for the coverage they're going to do on the first of Zach's first annual Foundation Classic.
Do you want me to give you a call when I get settled?
Yeah, it's going to be quite the production. I think we're going to be on the air for 5 or 6 hours. And I'm not going to say it's flying blind because somebody from the Golf Channel is going to be directing the effort, but for the rest of us, it's going to be a new thing. But at the same time, it's not like you're covering an actual competitive golf tournament, so I don't think there's going to be a lot of pressure to, you know, catch every shot or every vital moment. It's going to be personality-driven, PGA Tour stars, sports celebrities from Iowa, a lot of former University of Iowa coaches and athletes, like Tim Dwight, Marv Cook, Tom Davis. And Kurt Warner's going to be there, and actually I can't tell you who, but there's going to be a surprise guest there from the world of major college basketball that I think would surprise a lot of people.
Well, I know that Zach was talking about he was bringing in some his buddies that compete in that event. I think he had mentioned Ricky Fowler, Davis Love. Do you know any of the other tour players that are coming in to help put on this event with him?
Yes, it's a pretty good cast for a first-time, event like this, a one-day event, to get people in the heart of the season, really, between the British Open and the PGA Championship and the World Golf Championships in Ohio or the week of this tournament next week. Davis Love III doesn't really need any introduction to golf fans. Ricky Fowler, Stuart Sink, you're talking about a British Open winner. Love's won a PGA Championship. Johnson's won a Masters. Jonathan Bird's won multiple times. Ricky Fowler's one of the brightest young stars in world golf. He's in the top 50 in the world rankings and hasn't even won a PGA Tour event yet. So that's a pretty good cavalcade in itself. And then there's quite a few other well-known sports stars as far as Iowans are concerned, and it's the biggest collection of sports talent that Cedar Rapids has had in one place in probably since I've been there. You know, I mean, I guess you could say an NBA exhibition game, but really, I wouldn't. And there was an NFL exhibition game there like 50 years ago, but this is quite a gathering of stars.
We're talking to Mike Hlas. Of course, he is a columnist from the Cedar Rapids Gazette. Mike, playing on Zach's home track. Of course, anybody that's a Golf Channel geek like we are, they've seen Zach on the Golf Channel as he peruses his home course. Talk a little bit about the track and the venue.
It's tight. It's a par 70, tight tree-lined course. Johnson has said in so many words that growing up on a course like that has really helped him when it comes to playing a lot of certain courses on the PGA Tour. But it's a tough little course. It's very eye-pleasing, and unless you're a country club member in Cedar Rapids, you don't see this course. And so I think that's another thing. It's just one of these places that for schmucks like me, it's just fun to see a place that I normally don't have access to.
Well, that would be schmucks like us, you and I, Mike, because that's how.
When I've been to most of these country clubs in the area, it's usually at the delivery entrance.
Yeah, that's you and I. They at the front entrance. They typically have my picture with a cross across it that I'm not invited to the grounds, but I sneak my way in the back like you do in the delivery entrance. Impressive.
I had a former boss who saw me at a country club once and basically asked me what I was doing there. It made me feel good all over.
Tell him you had a part-time job there. He wasn't paying you enough.
Yeah.
Well, live coverage begins at 10 a.m. Again on KCRG 9.2. It streams live on KCRG.com.
Yeah, that's an important. I'm glad you mentioned that because a lot of people don't have access to 9.2, and we're aware of that. It's going to be on the dish at some point. It's not now, but anybody that wants to see it can see it anywhere at any time between 10 and probably 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon Monday on KCRG.com. It's that simple. At work or at home, do it.
Well, the beauty is we're broadcasting across the entire state on our radio and television network, and that's great information. 10 o'clock starts on KCRG.com, and that'll be the live coverage of the Zach Johnson Foundation Classic. So you guys are heading over to the press conference?
That's right. Big Ten Media Days start in the morning. They last 2 days. And we're going to go see the new and expanded Big Ten, I guess.
And was the announcement made yet? I've been busy all day on what they're going to call the trophy between the Huskers and the Hawks.
Yeah, they're going to have some hoop-de-doo for that early Thursday morning. They've invited the Iowa and Nebraska media. And we're going to get to see another traveling trophy, I guess.
Yeah, since the, of course, Iowa State and the Hy-Vee Classic Trophy will not exist anymore. Just another one of those traveling trophies. Well, Mike, we know you're on the road. We certainly appreciate you taking time to join us here on the tee, and look forward to watching the coverage and reading your great columns in on the Cedar Rapids Gazette. You do a superb job, and I know you've enjoyed following Zach Johnson's career over the years.
Yeah, it's been a great story. It's just been one of those out-of-the-blue stories that you think you never cover, and we've had two in Kurt Warner and Zach Johnson in Cedar Rapids, and I appreciate you taking the time to promote this thing.
Oh, absolutely. We love Zach, and we love our relationship with 9.2. And now we have your ear. We'll try to get you on from time to time in all of our programs to give us some perspective up in the Cedar Rapids area.
Yeah, feel free.
All right. Thank you, Michael. You guys,
okay.
You guys drive careful on your way to Chicago.
Will do.
All right, that's very good columnist. If you haven't seen his work, go to Cedar Rapids Gazette and does an incredible job. And he's got Mark Morehouse in the car with him right now. And what a great event. And as Mike alluded to, the fact that you're getting guys like Stuart Sink, Ricky Fowler, of course, DL3.
Well, Davis Love is playing this week and flying back.
Yeah.
Jonathan Bird. I mean,
Jonathan Bird. Of course, Golf Channel just did a half-hour show on Jonathan because he had a great performance last year at the Greenbrier. And I'm sorry?
Oh, I was just going to say, I mean, it's just a great thing about Iowans, as we know. I mean, Zach Johnson's well-respected on tour, has a lot of great friends. You take Kurt Warner coming in. I mean, they're able to get their friends to come help support them, and it's just it speaks abounds to them, and I think it's going to be a fantastic event. I know Larry Gladson will help put on a great event over there at Elmcrest as well.
Yeah, Elmcrest, of course, has a little display of Zach's performance in the Master when you walk in there. It's pretty cool. I've seen pictures.
Zach Johnson Shrine is when you come in. It is really neat. I mean, it's just it's fun to have a piece of history right there that you can see, and it's a well-deserved honor to him too.
Once again, it's the Zach Johnson Foundation Classic. It's live on KCRG 9.2, where we're broadcasting right now, and anywhere else in the state. It starts at 10 a.m. this Monday, and you can log on to KCRG.com and see all the live coverage, and look forward to a great charity event put on by Zach Johnson and our friends at the Gazette, as well as 9.2. Let's take a break. I know Judd's not in the studio, and he was a winner last week. It's the PGA Pick the Pearl, brought to you by the Iowa PGA, but we'll come back, and you can log on. It's the Greenbrier Classic. Look at that leaderboard and partner up. I still have 70% of the wins. 19 out of 29, pal, so you can minimize me all you want. Down goes Frazier, I lose. 19-time winner. Just keep that in mind before you call in, and I got a great prize package. I'm throwing a surprise into the mix tonight.
I can't say anything. I don't win, Judd. I've been cheering with Judd.
And Judd doesn't win that much, and he still says a lot.
He's been dominating lately, and I feel like every time Judd gets a win, I claim the victory along with him. We just want to see you lose.
Okay, so who has the honors?
Well, I would have the honors, but just like the NFL, since the lockout's done, I'm going to accept the trade from Judd, and I'm going to go ahead and pick for him first.
Oh, so you're going to blindside me.
To make sure he gets his player, because he has texted me in, and Judd is going to pick Phil Mickelson this week in the tournament. So I assumed a future draft pick where I could pick a little bit later. But Judd's pick is going to be, I'm going to pick Phil Mickelson, but I'm going to trade it to Judd. So
we'll be back on the tee on the Iowa Sports Connection radio, television,